Welcome back to the What If Moo Was in My Hero Academia. So yeah, the where we left off, the Moo was against all for or not all for one, the Hero Killer Stain. As Hero Killer Stain was gonna finish off Tinya, his friend, or Moo's his friend, as he basically was like his body moved on its own. So he starts running and hits, yeah, hits the Hero Killer Stain. And, yeah, nailed him to the wall. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Throwing him around like a little rag doll. Yeah. Every single time he tries to get a hit off, it makes him more angry. As, yeah. As, so, and before, in the last video, I forgot to mention that when the class 1B students saw him, the mushroom girl is actually, her heart's beating. Like her heart goes thump thump, thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. Like she can't wait to see him and visit with him. Yeah. So, yeah. Even most of the girls from the other things was like so wants him to be their boyfriend. I thought about when I was making this what if like couple years ago that I was gonna put Maya or Mina, huh? I think Mina, huh? No, in the what if or as his like girlfriend, but who wants to have a pink cow that shoots acid out at people? Like, now you're melted. Yeah. So yeah, who wants that? So I was going for like Minecraft cows things or mushrooms. So that's why I picked and the not her to be because if I had to ship it with like Midnight, I would had to make him older than he looks. Or if I plus us if I had to ship it with her, then it would be more like martial arts movement or cow. So yeah. So then, so that's what I picked. So So then, now let's get back to the story. As I'm skipping the camp arc, and then the raid arc, Mumu, who got captured, and from the when she tells after she told her daughter that her brother is Mumu, she couldn't believe in that her her opponent from the sports festival was actually her brother the entire time. And so now she starts calling him brother or big brother. Yeah. So, and during the camp arc, she says that, "Where are you, big brother?" Yeah. So then, yeah. They didn't need a blood test thing to confirm it. They knew about his because they recognizes that black fur or like his fur, brown fur thing. So yeah, Bak or not Bakugo, the All Might versus All for One. All Might was down, but not out. He was on one knee because he was bleeding, and no other pro heroes were around him to protect him from one lame attack or trying to help him because they'll get in the way. As All for One says, "Ha ha ha. Looks like no one will help you this time. Now die by my hands, just like how your previous successors, previous master of One for All did." As, yeah. So he shot, yeah, it was long range one, and out of nowhere, there was, or of course, here, All Might says, "Is this the end for me?" Inside of his head, this must be the end. As he sees a cow, oh, like random cow, stands right between All Might and his demise. As he says that it's your symbol of peace. As, yeah, he's turned her, or he basically, blah. He tells the All Might that you don't do everything by yourself, All Might. And he's like a guardian angel. He doesn't let his friends or pro heroes die for absolutely no cause. So, yeah. And he even looked at All for One straight in the eyes, or looked at the as he says this, "I will not die." As the beam hits him in the forehead, and as he's pushing it back, literally, like, my man is like powerful enough, as he's literally pushing it back. He's using all of his force power to, like, push it back, as everyone's shocked. Like, this cow's crazy, as he's pushing the laser attack. And when All For One was done, like, looks like you're the most powerfulest one. As he starts charging at the Nomu, or no, he starts charging right at All For One, as the All For One says, "But your life will be short-lived, or you lived a long, but now time for you to die." As he was gonna, like, rip his head off, but he didn't count on one thing. He wasn't, or the Mumu wasn't alone. So he had 50,000 cows with him. And they start running towards All For One, like stabbing him with their horns, breaking his arms off. He basically they chewed him up. As his, as All For One was no more. So now he's a piece of turd. So yeah. As the cows go back to the farms and do their thing. Yeah. So it was just, that's how crazy it is. How crazy? Don't ask me. I don't know how crazy it is. So, yeah. And so after that stuff, like, I'm skipping the dodgeball, and the he skips the dodgeball, or we skip over dodgeball and the overhaul fight thing. Yeah. So he ends up this is what so Mushroom Girl finally decided before the Class A versus Class B thing, and before the, like, yeah, so she asked him out on date. Yeah, that's crazy. Asking your rival class mates, or your classmates, from your school on a date. That's crazy. Yeah. So he's she says that, will you go on a date with me? That's what she says to him. And Moo Moo turns around and he says, sure. Sure. As she's all happy. I mean, she wasn't like, she wasn't like, wait, no? Okay? Yeah. Alright. So, yeah. So she and him went on a date. So then now their classes are in rivals. And, yeah. He gets still be called brother because his little sister. He still calls her sister, her, too. So, yeah. So, you know what's funny? It was kind of uneven. So, yeah. So, for the Class A thing was he chose to be with, or it chose to be with Class A's against his own sister, the Todoroki's team, versus, yeah, his own sister. And for his Class B, it chose to be with, yeah, um, Group 3 against Bakugo. Yeah. So he ends up he won both rounds. So yeah, or it chose to be with a mushroom girl, and she gave him a kiss on the side. Yeah, as she couldn't wait to. Yeah. So then, yeah, it was crazy. And he says, thank goodness I have a hard head. And as, yeah. So during this one, they asked, or like, he asks her, does your brother have any weaknesses or strengths? No, because not to my knowledge. And, yeah. So he's or no. Or so he tells Todoroki that how about me versus the steel guy, you against the Or how about 3 versus, like, 3 who will help the other 2, okay? Because there was about, yeah, so him against his own sister, yeah. So, yeah. He was like, sorry to do this, little sister. As he uses his horns again to pick her up and put her right in the chamber. As there we go. Now we got my sisters all captured. Okay. Where is that? As he gets punched in the face, sending him flying backwards. Turns. As he, you know, like that one scene where yeah. And guess who punched him? That steel guy punched him right in the face as he's bleeding from his mouth. I'm talking about Moo was bleeding from the mouth as he says, just you whom no. Your teammates are the 4 of them are now captured. Looks like my friend got captured. As he's getting pummeled on as a or hit as he evolved his body when he activated his infinity quirk or his infinity power and Zero at the same time. As he grew to that, as he says, you know what makes people strong? They're forced to obey or yeah. So he ends up kidnapping all 4 of them and ends up winning. Or all 3 of them. Ends up winning. That's it. Yeah. So, yeah. That's how OP he is. Yeah. He cares about them. So, yeah. So then after the whole, like, incident thing, and after they became pro heroes after school thing, they ended up, of course, Moo and ends up got married to, where is she? Okay. He ends up getting married to her. And has 4 mushrooms. All together. Yeah. That's kind of messed up, bro. So, yeah, basically it is. And in this alternate thing, Zuko got married to Ochako. Bakugo ends up in jail, or I'm just like throwing the shade around. So yeah. So Have a good night or day. Depends on the time zones. Bye.